Hi everybody, today we are going to be talking some tequilas, we're going to be talking some Blancos, and we're going to be comparing three different ones, kind of random taste testing here. So first up we have the Rooster Rojo, we have the Altos, and we got the 1800. These are all Blancos, they're all nice Blancos, and we're going to try them. One, two, three. I'm not too sure which ones these are. Wife poured them for me, so I'm going to see if I can tell them apart and see which one I like the best. But before we get too far into this video, we've got to talk about Corona vaccine. Everybody's doing it now. It's it's out there. So we are going to do a Corona vaccine today. So make sure if you're going to do your Corona vaccine, here's mine right here. Make sure it's fresh and it's got a good seal on it, because you don't want to have a vaccine that's been cracked already. So we are going to crack this vaccine open. Bang, there we go. Now, for a lot of vaccines nowadays, they put more than one vaccine into it. So let's prepare ourselves not just for the corona, for some Lyme disease. So we put this in here, and this will do for the Lyme disease here. And let's, it's not a bad little vaccine actually. I quite like it. Now this vaccine is also supposed to be done in stages, so it's a 6-stage process. So they recommend having 6 of these over a basis of 3 to 4 hours with your Lyme disease. So there is your update on the Corona vaccine. All right, let's get into some tequilas. I'll clear my palate with a bit of water here. Number 1 now. Let's see what we think of it. Got the beautiful blue agave smell to it. A little bit. Got a nice creaminess to it. A bit of a smokiness to it. So a bit of the peaty to it. Quite a nice finish on this one. Quite delightful. So I like that. That's number 1 here. So I'm not too sure which one of these bottles it is. Clean my palate here a little bit. Okay. Let's go with number 2. Similar, a bit of creaminess in the beginning. A bit more of the smokiness in that one. A bit more of the peaty coming across. A little bit harsher of a finish actually on this one. And don't forget, I will give you some words of wisdom at the end of this video and a fun fact about Mexico, in particular Jalisco, where all these bottles are made. And now let's try number 3 here. That one's got a bit more of the citrus flavor to it. A little bit more mild and not as much smokiness to it. So if I had to put these where I think they are for the order of them, I would think that the first one I tried, number 1, I think is this one here. And definitely I'm pretty sure number 2 is the 1800. And I think number 3 is the Rooster Rojo. So let's see what we're looking at. So I think this is number 1. Yes, it was number 1. And I thought number 2 was this. I'm almost positive this one is, because yes, it was number 2. And clearly number 3 would be the Rooster Rojo. Now, for these 3 different ones, I could tell them apart. You know, they are fairly similar in somewhat. These 2 are fairly similar. This one definitely a little bit different, a little bit more citrusy, not as much smokiness to it. But to say which one's my favorite, I like the really smokiness of this one, but the price point's a bit higher for this one. So the Altos was probably for value, I think probably the better bottle you can get. But the Rooster Rojo, it is a bit more mild. I think this would make a really nice cocktail. So I'll probably do another video down the road of maybe making some cocktails with this one. But I think they're all nice tequilas. I've done reviews on every one of them. So now today, my quick words of wisdom are, NASA found out a long time ago, they studied lots of different things, and they studied that the bee, the standard honeybee, physically cannot fly. The wingspan, the body mass, everything, a bee in all science says it cannot fly. But what does a bee do? It flies. So the kind of moral of that story is that nobody's told a bee that it cannot fly. It just flies. So when somebody tells you you can't do something, that sometimes disables you a little bit. Be the bee, just fly. Just, you know what, don't listen to anything anybody else says, just be the bee and fly. So those are my words of wisdom. The fun fact I have about Jalisco, Mexico is in a town of Puerto Vallarta. They actually filmed the best action film, I think, ever made, and that is Predator there. And so if you ever go there, there's some zip line tours and stuff like that. But remember the good movie. I mean, that movie is an iconic movie. They have everybody knows the old saying, "Get to the chopper, hurry!" Or, "He did not shoot because he didn't have a gun." Or, "What happened to you, Dylan? You used to be somebody I trust. I woke up. When are you Dutch?" Or, "I don't have time to bleed. Do you have time to duck?" And he's like, he says things like, "That guy's sunk in like an Alabama tick." I recommend going and seeing that movie if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, go see it again. That movie is awesome. So thanks everybody. Don't forget, if you did like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me the thumbs down. Give me comments, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for notifications for every time I put out a new video. So like I said, I love tequila. I'm going to be doing some more ones on some añejos soon. And everybody, cheers. Keep your stick on the ice. Talk to you guys soon.